gorgeous, gorgeous card. I'm going to be using the stitched Greenery dies and the iconic dies. I'm going to make a, it can be either a wedding or an engagement or a, not engagement, yeah, wedding engagement, or I don't know, relationship card, anniversary. That's the word I was looking for, anniversary card. This one we made in one of my classes. I think it was the last class that we did. And to make it simple in the classes, we used the medium daisy punch along with the new, it's the punch that goes with the In Symmetry stamp set. And it turned out really pretty. I had embossed the card fronts ahead of time, and they just turned out so pretty and so lovely. What I want to do tonight is just kind of take it up just a notch, and I'm going to be using the iconic dies. Before I get started though, I wanted to make sure and tell you, if you do not already have a demonstrator and you would like the new holiday catalog, please let me know. I would love to get one to you. This is going to go live August 3rd, and then we also have the celebration brochure that goes along with it, and it will go live as well. So the way celebration works is every $50 that you spend, whether it's from the annual catalog or from the new mini catalog, then you get to choose one item per $50 out of the celebration for free. And there's all kinds of stamp sets and designer series paper and all sorts of things. So if you don't have a demonstrator, let me know. I'll get one out to you. All right, so let's get started. I'm going to switch the camera down, and we're going to go ahead and get started here. So we're going to be using, hey KK, hi Kathy. We're going to be using the Forever Blossom stamp set for our sentiment, and the only stamping I'm going to do at all is the sentiment right here. And I think I will go ahead and get that done. We're going to be doing our card in Fresh Freesia this time instead of Balmy Blue. And so I'll go ahead and stamp my one little thing that I have to stamp, and we'll get started. There we go. This is a really pretty stamp set, Forever Blossoms. I used it when it came out last year. I haven't used it a whole lot this year. But I thought that this sentiment was beautiful for a wedding or anything like that. Wishing you a long life filled with love and promise. And this sentiment label here is from the Tasteful Label Dies, I believe it is. After a while, you get so many of them, you start to lose count of what's what. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is to bring in my Stampin' Cut Emboss machine, and I'm going to do the embossing for this. It's actually not embossing. It looks like embossing, but it is with the stitched Greenery die. And when I first saw this, I was like, oh, I don't know. I don't know if I want one big die that does that. And then I saw a card made with it, and oh my gosh, it was so pretty. So it's really big. You can see that it's a really large die, and I'm just going to lay it down on top of it. And I will tell you from experience, make sure you don't get too close to the edge, because these dies will bend if you get too close and you get it into your along the edge or whatever. Okay. Look how pretty. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? My lighting is not great here tonight. It's raining outside and yucky, and so it's a little dark. Okay, so we'll go ahead and get this one back in here. And so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use some of the dies from the iconic dies. And this has such pretty dies. I used this one for my last class. There are two mushrooms. Then there's leaves, which I think I need that leaf right there. Yeah, oh, it's outside. Okay. There's leaves, there's limbs, bumblebee, birds, flowers, fern. Really, really pretty. So I'm going to use some old olive for the leaves. And I am actually going to take my Blackberry Bliss, and I'm just going to use the center of it. I'm going to take that out of the center of it because nobody's ever going to see that because it's going to be glued down, right? And then I'm going to take a piece of basic white. See if I can get all this on here. And I'm going to cut out these. You know what? Hold on a second. I've got some bigger pieces here that I should be able to get these flowers onto. It's going to be pretty darn close, I think. I think I can do it. All right. We're saving time and saving paper. Hey, Carolyn, how do I keep my plate looking brand new? I use a brand new one. No, seriously, I'll tell you what I do. This isn't actually is a new one. What I do is I rotate them. So I had one that looked really natty, and it was really, really bad. And once they get really bad, my watch keeps hitting this metal thing. Once they get really bad, the little pieces don't want to pop out of them. So I take that one and throw it away, and then I take the one that I was using on top and use it for the bottom. So this is the one that I was using on top earlier. This is a brand new one, and as you can see, it's not looking so great just after one time. So, yeah, that's the answer to that question. I just get a new one. But I get a lot of use out of those. I mean, they last me a really long time. Okay, so let's put this together. All right, so I am going to bring in my little thing here. And I'm going to put a little bit of color on the center of these flowers using my sponge dauber. Put a little bit of Blackberry Bliss. I don't want to go too crazy. I don't want it to be too dark, but I do want just a little bit on the center. And I'm getting it by just dabbing it rather than swishing it on there really hard. I didn't want it to be completely the freesia look. I wanted it to have a little bit of the darker look to it. So that's what's going on there. All right, so I'm using thickness for white. This is cut at 4 1/4 by 11, and it's scored at 5 1/2. And this is Blackberry Bliss, and it is 4 by 5 1/4. And then this one is a little smaller at 3 7/8 by 7/8. Let's see, 4 by 5 3 7/8 by 5 1/8. That's what it is. Had to think about it for a second. Okay. Just going to go ahead and just glue this down. I just love this die. Okay, I think that's the end of that glue. I got smart and put an extra one over here in case it clogged up or ran out or whatever. Okay. So there's not going to be a whole lot of space, a whole lot of the Blackberry Bliss showing, and that was by design. I just wanted it to kind of peek out around. Goodness, come on. All right, let's try this again. I like that you can move it around with Tombow, but you have to be careful to get it kind of a steady, get it where you want it before you start trying to move it around a whole lot. At least close to where you want it. Okay. All right, so I wanted just a hint of that Blackberry Bliss. I really like, I'm not real good with measurements, but I've gotten better since I started doing stamping. Okay, so we're going to get our dimensionals, and we're going to pop our sentiment up on dimensionals. And we'll just take our little doolollies off, put it in place. So it's really a rather simple card to make. See, I'm going to do this on the other side, I think, before it gets too stuck down. There we go. Okay. All right. I'm going to use the mini dimensionals on here, and I'm going to put them in places where it has a little bit of a cut around it, but you can't really see through it. So I'm going to do it like that. Okay. How's everybody doing tonight? You doing good? All right, so let's see how we're going to put this in, put this on. I'm going to do it about like that. Yep, I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to press it all the way down yet. I'm going to put a little bit of glue here and here. And stick it back there. Like that. Put a little bit of glue right there. Stick that down. Whatever it was that just fell, you know, every time I have to have something that falls. I just can't make it through a night without having something fall, right? All right, I'm going to do one more leaf. I really would like to have one more, so I'm going to. It should be in threes, in my opinion. You're fixing dinner, Carolyn? What's for dinner tonight? I made spaghetti sauce, and I made a bunch of extra meatballs the other night because I knew I would be doing this tonight. So we're having spaghetti and meat sauce, and we're going to eat them over green beans, French cut green beans. And then we're having a salad with artichoke hearts, and it's going to be yummy. Yummy, yummy. Let's see. I'm going to put it under there. About like that. And we'll put the other one on the other side. About like that. And then I will use the mini dimensionals on my little tiny flowers, because I'm going to cover that hole up with something anyway. With something purty. Something purty. Okay. There we go. They're sticking to me. All right. All right. So we're going to put that there. This up here. And maybe this one right here. And then we're going to put some pretty little gems, and I think I might go with the genial gems to go on the inside of it. Grilled pork chops and sweet potatoes. Yum. That sounds yummy. Okay. I'm not much of a griller person. My husband is. He's the griller in our family. The grill master. But he would love to have one of those Treadstones, Traegers. I don't know. It's like a big, huge griddle kind of thing. He would love to have one of those. I mean, they're only about $700. And he already bought a big, nice grill that has a griddle on it, but not as big as all that. So we're holding off on that nice little toy for right now. Okay. So there you go. So that's how you can you can dress it up or you can dress it down. This was easy to do at a class because it was just punches. I did this ahead of time, and then I just had them use the Blackberry Bliss to punch their flowers out of, and then I provided the old olive. Super easy card to do at a class. I could have had them do the die cut, the whatever you want to call that, the embossing of it. But it was faster for them, for me to do it myself. So anyway, I really like how the detail of this one though and how it turned out. What do you guys think? You would love one of those? You want me to send you one? I could wish you and Randy a long life together filled with love and promise. You're not newly married or engaged, but hey, it works. You're lovebirds, so that would work. Okay, so that's it. You guys have any questions or anything? Yes, Kim, he is a good cook. I hope you do make some cards, Kim. It's fun, and it's a fun thing to do. All right. Well, if you don't have any questions, I'm going to let you go. Thanks for hanging out with me, guys. I appreciate it. I hope you have a great night. Enjoy your grilled pork chops and sweet potatoes and whatever else the rest of you guys are going to eat. See ya. Bye.